Welcome to Ultimate Sports Parent Video, where we help parents and coaches instill confidence and success in young athletes.
This is Lisa Cohn. Today I'm here with Ryan. He's a Division I wrestler, and he's going to talk about the mental game issues that he's dealt with in his pretty short career. He's 19?
20.
He's 20 years old. Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
So can you start at the beginning and tell me a little bit about what got you interested in wrestling and when you started?
I got started wrestling when I was 7th grade, so I would have been 13 years old. And I started wrestling because my dad had wrestled in high school a little bit, and basically it was, 7th grade, it was a, team sport for the school, and I definitely wasn't big enough to play basketball, so I started wrestling because that was pretty much what I wanted to do and what my dad suggested I do, and I've been doing it ever since.
So now, did you have this burning passion to be a wrestler, or did you feel like you should do it to follow in your father's footsteps?
Actually, I just did it because, always as a kid, I always liked, roughhousing with the other kids in the neighborhood. I don't know, I think I gained a passion for it once I had done it for a couple seasons. Like, I remember it'd be, early in, it'd probably be like October-ish or something, and I'd just be, sitting around just like, thinking about, oh, I want to, can't wait for wrestling season to start. I want to, get in there and work out and just wrestle.
But you're not one of those people who started out at age 5 just dying to wrestle.
No, I didn't start at age 5.
That's interesting. So my next question was about your parents' involvement. So your dad, was he a Division I wrestler? Or?
No, my dad was not a Division I. He just wrestled in high school, and then he wrestled a little bit in junior college, but nothing past that. So.
And how important were your parents in your decision to continue wrestling in college?
Actually, they didn't, push me at all to wrestle in college. I really wanted to. I'm a walk-on onto the wrestling team, so it's all my decision. I, do the whole pay for college and everything.
Oh,
and
okay.
So it's completely my decision what I want to do and
what
I really like doing.
What about in high school? What sort of role did they play?
They actually played a huge role. My parents they came to every one of my wrestling matches. I have videotapes of me just about every one of my high school wrestling matches because, they were always there. And I mean, even my sister was a stat girl for the wrestling team, and she took the stats and stuff of everything like that.
So they were really supportive. They were always there for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And did they put any pressure on you to do really well, or were they just, what did they do that was good and bad?
Well, actually, I can't really think of anything that there was maybe one occurrence of my dad maybe kind of laying into me a little bit one time when I had not done as well as he thought I should have done, and I basically told him that, I work as hard as I can, I do what I can, and, he never really bothered me about it. He felt kind of bad, and other than that, everything that they've ever done for me has always been positive. I mean, they always just encourage me. They let me do what I want to do,
and tell me in more detail what they do. So they videotaped your matches.
Yeah.
They showed up to every match.
Yeah.
They generally were positive.
Oh yeah.
So let's say after a match, before you were driving and they were driving home with you, what kind of stuff would they say? Would they go over every little?
Oh yeah. We'd always talk about, like if it was a dual meet or something, and we were driving home, we'd always just talk about, because in high school most of the time I was, usually one, or, and if it was like in the league, it might have not been such a strong opponent, and I was just, a big smile on my face. We'd always laugh about, and my mom, not knowing much about wrestling, would always just kind of be like, I like that one little move with the arm thing that you do, that sort of thing, and it's just...
So they didn't get real technical with you?
No. My dad did a little bit because he knew what wrestling was about, and he'd kind of give me suggestions,
Now, and during the matches, were they pretty vocal or not?
Yeah, yeah. Well, not incredibly vocal. Like I'll watch some of my old wrestling videos every once in a while, and like sometimes, if it was like a big match and I ended up winning, like it'd show the video camera shaking so loud because my mom would be like, screaming and have like little sound waves on the side and stuff.
Oh, that's cute. So they would get really excited.
Yeah.
But not in a way that it embarrassed you.
No, never negative. It was always just, go Ryan or something like that.
So the one time your dad got out of hand, you felt comfortable telling him he had gone too far.
Yeah, he had gone too far.
So it sounds like you have a good relationship with them, and they were always really supportive.
Yeah.
And how important was that to you, just doing well?
It was incredibly important because I feel like if I would have been wrestling for them, like, because, you know, I mean, of course they wanted me to win, but it wasn't because, like, you know, I was going to get punished or I was going to get ignored or, you know, I was going to get in trouble, I guess, if I lost or something. I think that would have put, like, a negative pressure on me, and I don't know if I would have performed very well or as well as I could have.
And their positive support was a really good thing then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if there's one thing that you would say got you to be where you are today as a Division I athlete, what would you say it was?
Just liking the sport that I was doing and having fun doing it.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm here with John. He's a Division I wrestler who was recruited to his team, and he's a sports scholarship student. Hi, John.
How you doing?
Good. Now, how were your parents involved? I mean, what kind of support or lack of support did you get from them?
They gave us a lot of support through high school and just through youth wrestling and everything. My dad he wrestled for 1 year in high school. Never went to college for it, but like he still knows a lot about it. Yeah, when we were little, when we were just learning, he watched some videos, always went to practice, and actually sometimes thinks he knows more than me about it. But both my parents really supported us. My mom, huge swimmer. My dad was a good baseball player, so they know what it's like to play sports. So they kind of knew what support we needed, and they were always there for us no matter what we needed.
So what did they do during your match? Or what did they do when you were really little?
I think, I actually didn't know if they thought we were actually going to go this far with it, like we were going to be this devoted to it. But I think they realized that we kind of needed something to not just kill time, but something we needed to do. And just wrestling is it kind of teaches a lot about self-discipline, and it teaches a lot about life. And my parents knew that, and that's kind of why they really wanted us to do it, kept us going.
And did they go to all your matches?
Yeah, I think probably about 99% of the matches my parents were there.
Now, were they ever obnoxiously loud or in your face?
My mom is the loudest person in the gym.
Oh, really?
You can hear her over anything.
And you don't have a problem with that?
Nah, well, when I'm taping my brothers, I can't sit next to her. She's too loud. But you can always hear her. She's actually the only one I can hear on the mat. I can't hear my dad or my brothers or my coach, but I can hear my mom.
And now, is that a good thing?
Yeah, I think so, because I know she's there cheering for me, just support me.
So she doesn't argue with refs or coaches or?
She'll mention if it's bad call, but she doesn't argue with them, doesn't kind of fight with them, but she knows when a bad call happens, and she'll say something about it.
She'll point it out during the match?
Yeah, she'll point it out.
But that doesn't bother you?
No, she's on my side, that's all I care about.
And do you feel like, did that ever feel like too much pressure from your mom or your dad?
No, they never really, never put too much pressure on us. They knew how much we were already under. Actually, even being college athletes, they know how much pressure is on us. So they never added anything. They just wanted us to kind of do what we love.
Well, thanks for talking to us.
No problem.
Be sure to visit youthsportspsychology.com to get our new workbook CD program, The Ultimate Sports Parent. You can also pick up our free ebook, 10 Tips to Improve Confidence and Success in Young Athletes. That's youthsportspsychology.com.